Okay. Yeah, it's going on. Shout out to my girl in the building, the one, the only, Sierra F. What is going on, Queen? Lost one, what's cracking, homie? Let me wet my whistle. Let me wet the whistle. Not quite. Woo! There it is, guys. There it is. There it is. We here. We're live. And listen, man, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Oh, hell, King Gypsy. All right, let's talk about it then. Let's talk about it. You see the number. You know what? You know what? You know what? We're going to get there. You guys know how we do. We have a couple very small topics at first. That could be their own video and might will be their own video. And then we're going to get to Ripley's Believe It or Not. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to ask you, have you ever in your life seen a wrist bend like that and a glove that is sunk in, guys? But before we get to that, let's talk about, let's do this. Bam, guys. Welcome to the first segment of this show, guys, where we're going to get right into it and talk about something that is still groundbreaking and shaking, where people don't know what to do, what to say, what to expect. But we got the news. For many of you out there that follow Canelo Alvarez's career, from where he was to where he went to where he is now. We heard about his troubles with Golden Boy. We heard about his less than enthusiastic about being with DAZN. Heard about the lawsuit. Heard about how he had to resubmit it. But guys, this right here is groundbreaking. This right here should be its own video in its own right. Let's read into it. It's right here. In my role as manager and coach of Saul Canelo Alvarez, I allow myself to communicate to the boxing community and call our fans that started today, November the 6th. Canelo becomes a free agent. So we are ready to continue with his boxing career. All this time we have been working very hard in the gym with a lot of responsibility and discipline to be in great physical shape and ready to fight this year, and it will be. Guys, does this mean that he is free with DAZN? Or does it mean he is free of DAZN and Golden Boy? I can say this. Ex Virginia, what's cracking, homie? Hey, listen, bro, we get into the topic. Don't worry about that. But we gotta cook a little bit beforehand. The way that this reads to me, and I could be wrong, is that Canelo is a free man, period. Because if he wasn't a free man, period, I mean completely away from DAZN, completely away from Golden Boy, the word on the street is that Golden Boy has to restructure their deal with DAZN. Why do they have to restructure their deal with DAZN? Because Canelo, probably the most valuable piece of Golden Boy, getting what they got, the shares, whatever there is, whatever they got in DAZN, a lot of that was based on Canelo, what Canelo can bring to the table, how Canelo can bring in and help them grow in the U.S. market. Well, by this, all that has ended. All that has ended. Canelo, personally, he's in a great spot. Canelo is in a dominant position. You talking about right now, he is possibly one of these hottest free agents out there. Does he want to stay a free agent, do his own thing? Because listen, you and I know, on the zone, everything went down. Everything went down. Viewership went down. Promotion went down, in my opinion. And by what Canelo done, the paychecks were trying to be negotiated down, and he wasn't having it. Took him to court, and he won. Guys, welcome to the channel. I am What's Players in the Sports. Mr. I'm back at it, like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers this work. Young Dad 5, what's up, Blazing? Lost one. How much did Canelo get paid again? $200 million. No, bro. It was like $365 million for 10, 11 fights over 5 years. But the money started looking shaky. And I told my brother, which I don't think he's listening. He's probably mad at me. I don't know. I say shit. I said, listen, man, all the time, all money ain't good money. And I get it. Because you got money, it has to be good. All money ain't good money. And that money he signed for, it looked good. The money he signed for looked like steak, shrimp, eggs, caviar. It looked like whatever you want. That it looked like $365 million minimum. $365 minimum. 10 fights, 11 fights, 5-year deal, blah, blah, blah. The biggest deal in boxing history, blah, blah, right? It was like, oh my. He went to this app. Viewership went down. Promotion, pushing went down. He did get paid for some earlier fights. It appears he did not want to fight the people they wanted him to fight, which was Triple G and probably Triple G. And now he's free. Will he go to the PBC? Will he fight the likes of Caleb Plant, Jamal Charlo? If he go to the PBC, pay-per-view, here I come. If he go to the PBC, since he have been out of the light for thousands of people that do not have the zone, he has been out of the light. He has been in the shadows, under the trees in the summertime. He was not in the light. He wasn't feeling the heat. PBC can throw this man on Fox 2, give him a tune-up fight, just to knock the dust off, old rust off. Let people see what he do on a mega stage. That's if he works with Al Heyman. It was him, I just say, stay by myself. Hey, he can do that. He can do it. But guys, this video will continue. It will have its own video. But now, let's get back to Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Man. 2 fights. 2 glove scandals, right? 1 draw, 1 loss. Deontay Wilder's come out, finally, really, just spoke his mind. And here's the thing. Deontay Wilder got criticized for not saying nothing. And then when he comes out, he gets criticized for speaking about it. Some people say Wilder needs to speak. He needs to clear it up. He needs to clear his name. He needs to clear it up. He needs to just say something. He comes out and says something, and now they say that, you know what? He's better off not saying nothing. I want to know, in your guys' opinion, should Wilder have spoke about this or not? And then I want to know, does that same opinion apply if the shoes were on your feet? If you fought somebody and you see the evidence, where as a professional fighter, You've never seen this before. Naturally. Would you say, damn, yeah, it looked like he did do this and did that? Would you just shut up and eat this cake, anime? Will you just shut up and let whoever you thought done these things to you ride off in the sunset and continue to do it? Or will you say, listen, some people are going to ride with me, some's going to ride against me. I know just by me simply speaking about this, they're going to hate. But I at least have to put it out there to tell you what I thought and go from there. He's saying everything but what he should be saying. Lost one. Call in, bro. Call in. 314-884-1013. Listen, I want to know this. How the hell did I get 2 dislikes and I haven't even gotten to this subject good? How did I get 2 dislikes? I haven't even breathed on the subject good. Let me wet my whistle. Since they gonna hate. Mad Dog H, what's good, man? Listen, I'm finna jump into it. I'm gonna show you guys something. Let me get some music. I'm gonna jump into it. And I want you guys to tell me, what does this look like to you? Is that cool? Is that all right? You know what? Let's take a look at this, guys. Let's take a look at this. This one right here is from the first fight. And I really want your honest opinion. If you're a fighter, not a fighter, if you watch more than one boxing match, I only want you guys to answer truthfully. Have you ever in your life seen on purpose, accidentally trip, fall, and saw through a mirror, anything like this in your life? Watch the swing again. Watch it again. First of all, how can your wrist bend back like that? Even without a glove on. It ain't even comfortable. With the glove on, it's nearly impossible because, as you see, it's supposed to be taped tight. Jesus Christ. Pause that. When have you ever in your life, do me a favor again, without a glove on? Matter of fact, you can't even accidentally swing like this. It's not comfortable. It's not even natural. His arm is in the shape of directions. First you gotta go left, then you go right, then you take it right up the street, back left again, back at home base. Guys, you know this not natural. Come on now. Why do I gotta be the one that say this? You see it when you see it. You see this. Look at the flicking. Look at the flick of my wrist. Look at the flick of my wrist. Look at the flick of my wrist. Well, let's watch it. Look at it. Jesus Christ. Does it not look like, instead of punching, does it not look like he is slinging a sack or slinging an empty part of the front glove? I'm just asking. I could be wrong. Guys, look. Guys, Lost One says Wilder should just took the loss like a man, throw himself right back in the gym for a rematch. He's had a whole year to train. Lost One, call in, man. Instead, he wants to believe any excuse coming his way. He likes a drowning man clinging to stuff. Call in. Call in. Call in. My number's open. If you're not in the USA, do me a favor. Skype me. Look up what's blazing. Skype me. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because listen, man. You see this right here? See the picture right here? I'm about to move it. See that picture? See that picture? See that picture? See that picture? Right? The bottom is from the first fight. The top is from the second fight. Again, I want to ask you this. As an honest person, right? Have you ever seen brand new, first time worn gloves in a fight ever be curved in? It has a negative degree curved in, and it looks like there's two indents. Have you ever seen this in your life? Now, if you look down at the first picture with the arrow, right? The black and yellow arrow. It's pointing down. Those gloves, that glove that's doing the unbelievable spring shocks backspin, if you look at the actual top of the glove, it actually curves. It actually curves normal. That's a normal round glove, right? Remember, that's the glove where his hand, many believe, is at the bottom, right? It's curved normal, as if there's nothing there. But when you compare that curve to the lack of curve at the top glove, that is, it literally looked like somebody took like an oval shaped metal and pushed it in. It's not even flat. It's actually smushed in. And here's the question. If it's that smushed in, then where the hell is the padding? If it's that smushed in, then where's the padding between the knuckles and the glove? Here in London, black puppets such as David Hay, Dr. Sawyer, Tony Bellew are ascending on Fury Shame. My boy American Pastor Travel in the building. What it do? What's cracking, homie? What it does? Yes. Lost one. Who are you on? The I'm white and I say so. Listen, call in, man. Call in. We can talk about this. We can talk about this. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Guys, listen. When you're over here, it can either be like State Farm, you're in good hands. Oh, you know what? Damn it. 405. I'm saying calling. I'm not even set up. Hold up. I see it calling. All right. 405. Call me right back. Call me right back and let's cook. 405, call me right back and let's cook. Let's cook. But listen, man. I'm only keeping this what it is. In my opinion, as a guy that has trained fighters, wrapped hands, been in corners, fought myself, had my hands wrapped, throwing punches. I still throw punches. As a matter of fact, I got in the ring one of my young guys named John, and I was working on southpaw with him. I'm an unorthodox fighter, but I switched to southpaw just to give him a different look. I have never in my life seen this. And for any of you guys that just ride with this, if you just see, listen, you know what? I'm gonna tell you exactly. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. And I know you're not gonna agree, even though it's right. But I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. Deontay Wilder is just not liked. He is loved to hate. I don't see nothing. So, here we go. I see you, champ. Yo, you live with your boy T-Dub, Mr. What's Blazing the Sports. I'm back at like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. Let's talk about it.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, champ.
Alright, what's good? You already know it's the expert genius.
All right, listen, man. Let's cook on this. What are your thoughts on him firing Mark Breland, and what are your thoughts on his alleged that Fury something was up with those gloves? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on him, I get into the Mark Breland thing first. You know, my thoughts on him firing Mark Breland. Apparently, people said he shouldn't have fired him, and they all up in arms and all that kind of stuff. And how can he call him the traitor? First thing how he can do that is there's some stuff he had to reveal that he may know that us as spectators and comment on the stuff don't know. So if he is a snake or whatever, and Deontay fired him, that's Deontay Wilder's business, and that's his prerogative to do. Who are we to tell him what to do with his career?
I agree.
And on him actually finally speaking on this situation, like I said in your comments, people are hypocrites. They wanted him to speak about it. Then when he speaks about it, they don't want him to speak about it. And like I also said, prime example, lost one. That he didn't say the things that he should have said, or however he said that. No, he didn't say the things you wanted to hear. It's cool if he would have said the things you wanted to hear, then you would have been okay with it. But the fact that he came out and said that, yeah, Fury cheated, and he believes Fury had a egg weight also in the glove, you don't want to hear that.
Lost one says that JD asked if anyone, that guy was in the room watching the gloves, and on top of that, the man knows nothing about boxing. That's from Lost One.
Who knows nothing about boxing?
Looks, he's J Diaz. Says
Okay.
J Diaz. He said he was in the room when Fury was getting his. I don't know if he's getting his gloves on. I know he was there for the rapping, right? Because they had the camera doing the gloves.
Let me kill this whole thing about JD's being in the room and all that kind of stuff.
Kill it, champ.
Kodo's people was in the room when Margarito's gloves, well, when he was getting wrapped and when his gloves got put on. Nobody caught the plastic.
Hold on, wait, let me ask you this. So, doing the Margarito Cotto, are you telling me that the commissioners didn't catch that?
Nobody caught it.
No commissioners, no sanctioning bodies, no referee, no one, not any of them outside of. No, actually, no one caught the Cotto.
Nobody.
No one.
Hold on. Get this. They also, not only do they sign off on the gloves, you also have to sign off on the hand wraps.
Right.
Nobody caught it. So let's stop this. Well, JD was in the room when it was killing. Because also, what's his name? Billy Cullins. His people was also off in there when Resto was getting his shit wrapped, and when he got his gloves put on him. We seen how his gloves looked. There was no padding in it. So chill that.
And you know what? Even when going back to Margarito, even with Shane Mosley, no commissioners found it, no referee found it. If it wasn't for rest in peace,
Naseem Richardson
actually catching something, that would have went
That would
on.
have went on.
And we don't like, to
And
be
we,
honest.
like, to be honest,
I heard double
I
echo.
heard
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You got me on speaker or Bluetooth or something or what?
Yeah, I'm at work and I'm driving, and so
Okay.
I can take it off real quick.
Now you know what? I think it left now. It's cool. Let's keep cooking.
Is that better?
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. You know what? The thing
All right.
is, man, that there has been a lot of things. Think about it. Even when you look towards steroids and the illegal things that's been used, things always happens in the sport of boxing. And in this case, to be honest, just to look at how his glove bent in the first fight and how you can see very minimal padding in the second fight of the right hand, to me, that's enough to alone to say, I want to investigate at least those gloves in the second fight. And I want you to, Tyson Fury, put a glove on your left hand. And I want you to throw that same revolving punch now.
Yeah, nobody's going to ask him that because they don't want to see it. And the whole, another thing to kill that whole, commissioners and people being in there to catch the gloves, I have to bring it up. Tyson Fury versus Christian Hammer. Who called that the thumb was detached on the left glove?
The
Who
referee.
called that?
Right, the referee. Right when they was getting ready to almost fight, and I think he grabbed his hand, didn't he? He was like, "Hold on, what's going on?"
In the ring.
Yeah, in the ring.
ring.
And remember, as a perfect point. Just like what's the president, Mauricio
Suleiman.
Right. He always talking about, be back there, everything is legal, everything is great. Now remember, he only stitched like this, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but it's tend to be against fighters with more melanin in their skin. Because when it come to Mexican fighters, he ride for them. He rode for Canelo, even though it proved Canelo had clenbuterol. A matter of fact, he rode so much with Canelo, he changed the levels that allow fighters to have clenbuterol in their system. Even when Cruz lost, and come to find out her opponent, was taking taking something, he rolled with I can't think of the opponent now. You know the girl that came down from heavyweight.
Zimenez or something like that.
And she was built like I don't know, bro, just all manly built. And even when before it came out, Mauricio again took her side. I know her personally, blah, 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 blah. And even when it came out that no, she really did do this shit, they didn't just want to give Cruz her title back. No one, she got cheated out of it. But when it comes to Wilder, blows it under. Even when it comes to Tank Davis, even though it wasn't him, it was one of, I believe it was
one of their PR people.
Right, one of their PR people was talking about Tank Davis gloves. Right. And Tank Davis gloves look like actual, pillows. They look like the Pillsbury, not Doughboy or Marshmallow Man size pillows. They round, they full, and those are more for to protect your hand and not a puncher's glove. But when you look at these gloves right here by Wilder, I mean, bro, I really believe that it was conspired, that they just didn't want to see Wilder on top, and they finally got what they want. They got the biggest, baddest man on the block knocked off the block, and they couldn't do it legally, and they got it done. And it don't matter what evidence you show them, they're going to always tell you you're cuckoo, something's wrong with you, you're not seeing nothing, because they got the results that they want, and they want to move on with it, and they want to move on without Deontay Wilder at least getting a title shot, probably for a long time from now.
Now, I also want to touch on another side, because, it has something to do with race and all that kind of stuff, but it also has something to do with money. Mind you, this was in Vegas. And, whatever Vegas wants, they get, especially when it comes to money. And they could win, they won a lot of money on Fury that night. So it wasn't just race or them wanting to get the belt away from Wilder. It had a big part to do with money and also a success story, a fake success story for Tyson Fury. I mean, y'all see, he deleted all his, he deleted almost all the stuff off of his Instagram, and put it as private.
Lost one
Recently.
says Wilder should just be quiet and fight, and that's all he can do to change things. Should
Like
he
you
just
never answered
shut
my
up?
hold up. Let me say this because before you finish that, let me say this for Lost One because he never did answer my question when he said that earlier. All right, so if I cheat you, you should just sit there, shut up, take it like a man, and get ready for the next fight, and don't say anything about the injustice that happened to you.
If you're asking me, you have to listen. You have to say something. In Wilder case,
No, he does. Lost One doesn't want Wilder to talk about the
no.
injustice that's been done to him. He just wants him to, like Lauren Ingram
Shut
told
up
LeBron,
and take it. They want to
shut up and
and
dribble.
take. Listen, bro, because they wanted Wilder to lose, so they don't want you to hear you bringing up anything that can contest why you lost. They just want you to lose. These same people took Manny Pacquiao excuse that he tore his rotator cuff and he swam in a great sea and God healed it the next day. Those people believe that. And they didn't even say Pacquiao should have made that excuse. But Wilder, who has a dead knot in his head, and we got gloves and evidence that show that something is not right, they're telling you to shut up, stop talking about it, you're crazy, move on.
Too. They believe the excuse about Pacquiao. They believe the excuse about Lomachenko here recently. I mean, there's way more evidence that Wilder was cheated against Fury in both fights than there was about Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev in the second fight. But they believe that wholeheartedly that Sergey was cheated.
Ain't that something? And think about this, right? Even when Deontay Wilder won, not Deontay Wilder, but Andre Ward won that first match against Kovalev, when they thought Andre Ward wasn't going to fight him back, they was talking. Even though they would call them all kind of cowards and this and that and this and that. But when Tyson Fury, who is signed to do a third fight, and all because his whole, I don't know what the dates are, but I know it's a virus going out, COVID that's creating, basically shutting down the world for about 6 months, and Wilder still wants to fight. And it sounds like Tyson Fury still wants to fight. He don't want to fight Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
He rather say, I don't want the $1 million. Give me some unknown, undefeated guy for $500K to fight this guy. I don't want the $1 million from Count Wilder. I'm done with that part. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is I'm also going to put out the hypocrisy with the fans on that because they never called Tyson Fury out on this, but before I get into that, I'm going to say, man, now let me get into that first. Now, everybody's saying Deontay Wilder don't want to fight, but he's the one saying that he's ready to fight in December. Tyson Fury said they were set to go in July. It was Wilder that, basically implying Wilder, the whole bicep injury, that pushed it back to October, and then they're trying to switch, they tried to switch the date again in October to December, and he was like, he don't got time for that. Now, everybody know the fight in July got pushed back because of COVID. It got pushed back from July to October. Bob Arum said that when it got closer to that, he said that he didn't want to have the fight in October because he wanted a live gate so they can make the maximum amount of money off of this fight for the live gate.
But do you know why? You want to know why he said that? They was already planning on ducking Wilder, and they kept trying to just basically get Wilder and Kemp to agree with it, make more money. Let's push it off. Until it pushes off so far it can happen, and it violates the contract.
Yeah. So Bob Arum had that pushed back from October to December. ESPN and Fox decided that we can't have the fight in December because of college football. Let's push it back to, the first quarter of next year. But everybody, with all that said, everybody's still blaming Wilder, saying he's pushing the fight back. He don't want to fight. He didn't say anything at all
At
at
all.
all.
Right.
This the first one was pushed back because of COVID. The second time it was pushed back was because of Bob Arum and his greed. Third time it was the networks. So how did Deontay Wilder push that back? And especially when you're talking about his bicep injury, which he had, surgery on that after the fight. So that wasn't even going to affect him for the July fight.
I mean, here's my thing, right? In this file, people really got to just sit back and really look at that lost one. All you guys, even though Wilder is saying that, listen, I believe you tamper with your gloves in both fights. Wilder is still saying, I want to fight you. I want to take your head off your goddamn shoulders. Wilder is ready to fight. Fury is ready to fight. The only difference is Fury don't want to fight Wilder. Like he wants to fight somebody else in December the 5th, but he don't want to fight Wilder. And how can people not look at this is Fury actively avoiding Deontay Wilder, knowing that it's the biggest fight that he can make right now for money. Anthony Joshua is tied up. That's the other biggest fight. The only person that's free right now is Deontay Wilder. That's it. And you're going to fight some bro, like, and the people just going to continue to blame Wilder. I'm telling you, they hate him so much they don't want to see him get a title shot. They don't want to see him. They don't want to see him in the top 10. And the farther that it looks like he's doing bad, to them is like they love it. It's like people that prey off of someone else's misery, and that's just what they want. And
Now,
go ahead, champ.
you remember the last video I did on was it the last video I did on Tyson Fury?
Shout out to Brother Kills.
I think it was the last video I did on Tyson Fury when I said that he was having concerns. And it was an interview that he said about, they was talking about Anthony Joshua, and he said how he believed that fight wasn't going to happen, and that, AJ really didn't want it. And he said that in order for that fight to happen, AJ has to get past, his two mandatories, and there's no guarantee that he's going to get past his two mandatories. And he was like, going into a third fight with Deontay Wilder, there's no guarantee that I win that fight. For all I know, Wilder can blitz me in the first round.
Yes.
He was letting y'all know right there, because he knows Wilder has something on him when it comes to evidence. He was letting people know right then and there he has no confidence in this third fight beating Wilder in a fair fight. So now him and Bob Arum are trying to do everything they can to get out of this third fight. And the whole thing about, well, the contract expired. No.
But here's my thing.
Said that
even if it
Bob
did
Arum
expire, how come you can't make the fight happen? Even if it expired. Because...
But you got to think about it when it comes to contracts and stuff like that. That doesn't factor in, natural disasters and, this the whole pandemic. It doesn't factor that in. If it did, then you'd be like, yeah, the contract expired. No matter about what's going on globally, expired. But what Bob Arum said was he was advised that the rematch clause had expired. He didn't see it. He was just advised. Somebody in Fury's team told him that it was expired. How are you the co-promoter that worked out the deal, but you don't know it was expired? You was advised that it was expired. So you get on and tell everybody that, and everybody runs with, oh, the rematch clause was expired because he said he was advised that it was expired, meaning that he didn't see it for himself.
I can say it does sound like, I don't know, from Wilder putting out the video. To me, when he put that video out, it must meant that he don't feel that he's going to fight Fury next. I really believe that Wilder wasn't going to put that video out. I don't think he ever was going to do a video. I think he was going to let the date get set, and he was going to bring it up at the very first press conference in Tyson Fury's face. But I think he sees that opportunity is slipping where he's not going to be able to challenge him in his face and tell him you cheated me, explain this, and possibly present him with some gloves and say, now do that same shit now. I think that's why he's coming out now, because it looks like that Fury is actually going to fight somebody else.
Yeah.
I think that's why he really putting it out there right now.
And to be honest, I want Tyson Fury to fight somebody else. So Deontay Wilder can go along with that lawsuit. So let's let everything come out. Let it come out. Go try to fight somebody else so Wilder can sue you. And I mean, it's not going to be good for boxing and us boxing fans, because people, with this going to court, people's careers is going to be held up. So go ahead, Tyson.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I want to see what's going to happen, man. I don't know. To me, this is still so fresh. Because, like, think about it. Wilder has been so quiet, right? He's been quiet. They've been bashing him, videos, small media, big media, new media, old media. It's just been coming. And he's just been quiet. Because I really believe he was, like, waiting to explode, waiting to just, like, really just push everything in his face. But I think he knew he couldn't say nothing too early because it might spook Fury. Because, you know, we know how Fury is with rematches. It might spook him to where he don't want to do it, or he suddenly retires, or something crazy happens. And still, while he was so quiet and didn't say anything, Fury is ready to fight, but he's not ready to fight Wilder. And people should look at something like that. This is the same man, Tyson Fury, who said, I am done fighting in the UK. I'm going to relinquish my license in the UK. Now all of a sudden he want to come back and fight somebody in the UK.
Has he applied for his license yet?
I haven't heard he got it. I'm pretty sure if he got it, it'd be all over. It'd be WBN and all these other places would be talking about it. It'd be everywhere that when Tyson Fury applied and got his UK license, then that's when people would be like, oh shit, But the thing is, no matter how you look at it, he's still walking away from a multi-million-dollar payday to go back in a place where he said it didn't appreciate him. He said that the UK didn't appreciate him. He said the US appreciated him. I don't know what the difference is. The US treated him like royalty, but over there they did not. Over there they treated him, I guess, like a gypsy, which is a gypsy, but I guess maybe they look down, don't treat him as good. I have no idea how things are in the UK. I have no idea. But over here, I guess he got treated like a king. So he said all his fights, at least next for the future, are going to be in the US. So much, he relinquished his license in the UK. Then suddenly, the former came back out and said, hey, I didn't say wild boar with the testicles attached. I didn't say that shit. Now that statement went away, now he's want to reapply and fight somebody else in the UK. Talk to him, Tim.
Lockshire?
Yes.
That Lockshire did, that former, Martin Carefoot.
Yes.
Wasn't it Lockshire that he lived in?
Yes.
But it was funny when that story came out, Wilder and a few members of his team were also in Lockshire. And
wow.
Then all of a sudden,
I didn't know that.
Now Martin doesn't want to, he doesn't want to go to court. So I guess this whole thing's been thrown out.
Bro, listen, man. Somebody talk to him. Listen, this will happen. Either somebody put fear in him, or they put paper in his pocket. Right. Yeah. Those are only two. I'm going to scare you, and you scare tactics. That might not be tactics. It might be true. If you don't stop this, shit going to shut down for you. Or they probably say, listen, if you wanted money, then why you need to let her know that? Here's your money. Shut up about it.
And I give you extra money here.
Right. Because otherwise, why even come out and make a fuss about it when no one was even talking about it? And then out of nowhere, because it's getting too hot, you come back out.
Yeah.
All right, Jim, I'm going to give you the final words on this, man, before I get ready. There's fights tomorrow. Devin Haney. What do you think about Devin Haney taking on Gamboa?
I mean, that's going to be a good fight. I want to see how Devin handles Gamboa, because it was one thing I totally forgot that, cause, you know, against Tank, that in the second round, like he tore his Achilles or something like that. So I totally forgot that Gamboa was basically fighting on one leg. So he really was when Tank said that Gamboa was, you know, basically fighting to survive when he fought him.
Yeah.
He was literally fighting to survive against Tank. But he did a damn good job on one leg. But I just want to see how Devin handles Gamboa.
Let me ask you a question,
You
man.
know they're gonna compare the way he did it to Tank.
Now, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to do a video, too, about this. Some people say that Devin needs to knock him out. I'm going to be honest. Devin doesn't. Because Tank Davis knocked out Gamboa doesn't mean that Devin Haney has to knock out Gamboa. Gervonta Tank Davis' strength is his power. So it's not shocking if he knocks out Gamboa. I don't think power is Devin Haney top number one arsenal in his number one weapon in his arsenal. I think his skills and his speed and ability to move and counter and outbox somebody is his greatest weapon. And I think that what he needs to do better than Gervonta St. Davis is clearly beat Gamboa. He doesn't need to knock out Gamboa.
Yeah, my thing on that is, because I've seen some people talking about this with Santa, you know, he was saying that you know, Tank would be food for Devin and Teofimo Lopez, and somebody was like, well, who was that? They have a common opponent, and you know, Leo's never been knocked out, and he knocked out Leo compared to such and such. I'm like, we need to stop comparing common opponents, because if y'all want to do that, I can sit here and say, you know, Pacquiao and Floyd had common opponents.
Several.
Cotto. Pacquiao had a better performance against Cotto.
Pacquiao had a better performance against, I think, off the top.
Ricky Hatton?
No. The only one he did not have a better performance was Juan Manuel Marquez. Outside of that, I think Pacquiao. But remember, that's the old saying of style makes fights.
Yeah, they had 5 common opponents, and out of those 5 common opponents, Pacquiao had the better performance in 4 of those.
Yes.
So if he had to, especially, and I'm only going to judge him on Miguel Cotto because he had a good time against Miguel Cotto, and Floyd had a tough time, especially in those later rounds against Cotto. But when they fought, what happened?
But you got to remember, there was different weight classes too. Floyd Mayweather fought Cotto at 154, and Pacquiao fought Cotto for the 147-pound title at a catch weight of 145.
Yeah, true that. But still a common opponent.
Yeah.
So what happened when they fought each other?
The better boxer won.
Better boxer won.
Because they have different styles of how to get the job done. Floyd try to box you, get in your mind and break it down. Pacquiao just want to blitzkrieg, get you out of there.
Yeah. And I mean, if Tank goes up against Devin, you know, I'll pull for Devin because I think even though he looked good against Santa Cruz, he did get tagged up a little bit, but I'm not caring about him getting tagged up because we see he has a chin. What I think will be a factor between him and Devin Haney, which Tank is going to have to clear this up, especially with him being the shorter fighter. He likes to throw reaching hooks and reaching uppercuts.
Right.
And if Santa Cruz would have just used, you know, his height advantage and his reach, he could have caught him with those. And somebody with good boxing skills, like a Devin Haney or something. Yeah, you can't do that against them. That wouldn't be nice. So Tank has to fix that up. I know he's trying to get the knockouts and all that, but listen to Floyd. Take your time and fight a 12-round fight and stop trying to go for the knockout because that's going to be your downfall.
I mean, we got another. While we're talking about not Wilder, they must have read the title and slung in another dislike. But listen, man, we like that. But I gotta get ready to go get my kid in like 5 minutes. But my last question is, how come Lost One never calls in? Why he never like he would box from the chat, but he would never call in? What's going on, man? Why is he ducking this?
I don't. It may sound like I don't like Lost One, but no, I have respect for dude. Me and him, we had our disagreements.
But why wouldn't he call in and talk to me?
But I don't know why. I don't know why he won't call in.
Yeah, like bro, because see,
I'm gonna sound like I'm gonna sound like an AJ fan. He's not. No, I ain't gonna do that.
I mean, like, I mean, like, my thing is, I can really talk to you and go back and forth and challenge your thought on the phone. If you're from the comment section, I really can't. There's a 30, 40-second delay. You know how it is. But all right, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in, bro. I gotta I'll get out in a minute, go get my kiddo. Probably be back sometime tonight, talk some boxing, man. Hope you all guys are able to join. Thanks again, my buddy. Guy, it's your boy T-Dub. Mr. What's Blazing the Sports. I'm back at it, like a crack at it. Giving you boxing geek because it's work. If you agree or disagree, it's okay with me. You hit the like button, all the thumbs down. To be honest, I don't care. I appreciate them both. Thank you for sharing your opinion. I'm out.